Hello Virgo, and welcome to your February 2017 Tarotscope. I have introduced a new deck of cards into the readings this month, and that is the Rune cards by Ralph Bloom, if you're familiar with those. And I have pulled your Rune card for this reading alongside a card from the Sacred Path deck by Jamie Sams, which is the same deck that I used at the end of last month's readings, if you watch those. And just jumping right into it, we have for you Naudhiz, which in this deck is number 7, Constraint. Now, Naudhiz is associated with the planet Saturn. For those of you who are familiar with astrology, for those of you who aren't, Saturn represents all those things in our life that constrain us. Constraint. That's time, that's work, that is responsibilities and obligations, that's debts, that's death, physical limitations, the body can't do everything. And I feel like that's a pretty big theme for this reading, especially given the fact that this is the card representing your energy coming into this reading. This is constraint. This is Naudhiz. But the thing with this card is that these constraints are self-imposed. And if not self-imposed, then they're easily escaped. And the only reason that they haven't been escaped from is because of the person in question. Now, your Sacred Path deck is number 30, Fire Medicine, Passion, and Spontaneity, which I feel is the complete opposite of this constraint energy. This is burning those constraints, and this is, allowing yourself to pursue your passion, burning the bonds, or cutting them in this sense, but allowing yourself to move forward and allowing yourself to let go of those constraints in order to do what it is that you're passionate about. Because whatever sort of situation you're in right now, where there's stagnation and apathy and, you feel, again, constrained, which I think in last month's reading, it came up that there was somebody who seemed to be imposing their expectations and will on you, and it was kind of, stifling you. Maybe this is like the tail end of that. But in this month, it seems to be more your responsibility and less because of some other person imposing these constraints on you. It's more your own choices and your own perspective, which you're choosing to look at your life a certain way. If something isn't happening, if your life isn't moving forward the way that you want it to be, it's because you're probably not engaging with it. That's not going to be true in everyone's sense, but especially with these energies of constraint and constraint that she could very easily just cut herself free, but she can't see. It's not as bad a situation as you might be making it out to be. It's not as limiting as you think it is. This is an opportunity for you to step up to the plate and to start acting, to start creating, because it seems that you as of late, you've been kind of holding back from those activities, from those goals. For what? What are your excuses? There are no excuses, okay? You're running out of thread with which to weave the web of excuses that you're telling yourself you're caught in, okay? So why aren't you doing what it is that you want to do? Is it because of some other person? Are you letting romantic interest cloud your judgment and make you feel like you can't act because this person isn't part of your life in the way that you wanted them to be? They're not fulfilling you emotionally the way that you wanted them to. Or maybe this person hasn't even showed up in your life and you've been waiting for so long, you've been single for so long, you know. Come on. Come on, Virgo. You don't need somebody else. Okay? You don't need somebody else to fulfill you. You need to recognize that this, this infinitely outpouring fountain of happiness and joy and fulfillment is in yourself. Stop putting the blame for your inadequacies and your holding back and your hesitations on somebody else or on something else. And take responsibility for the fact that you're in this situation because you're choosing to be. And if that's not the case, I know that's not going to be the case for everyone, and I'm sorry if it seems like I'm attacking you. That is not my intention with this video. I'm just trying to help you, see your own faults, because, I understand that as a Virgo, it's very easy to see the faults of other people. It's very easy to see the shortcomings of other people and what they're doing wrong, but it's very difficult for a Virgo to turn that focus back on themselves and realize that they have faults too. And I know in a very superficial sense, Virgos are very, very conscious of their own faults, and they're very conscious of the things that they do wrong. But on a very deep subconscious level, Virgo likes to ignore, those watery depths, because Virgo is afraid of the open ocean. Virgo is afraid of deep water. So, moving forward, getting out of those self-imposed constraints or those limitations, if they're not self-imposed, you have total capability, total power to get out of it. It's just a matter of you putting forth the effort and conducting yourself with the integrity and the focus to do it. You can do it. But what it's going to require from you, I feel, is a certain humility. Let's see. I feel that, moving forward, this is all taking you to a place of self-reflection, self-reevaluation, maybe re-examining the direction that you've been taking your life. Maybe this constraint or this, feeling of stagnation, of being stuck and not being able to move, has been there for a reason. It's there for you to, direct yourself. And take yourself in a new direction, and, igniting that fire of passion. Don't waste your time and your energy doing things that you're not passionate about, that you don't like doing, that make you feel tired and worn out and terrible at the end of the day. If you should be moving in a direction where you wake up in the morning feeling excited about what you're going to do that day. And I feel like this circumstance is there for you to have some motivation to get out of those past places of not doing that, of putting yourself in less than ideal situations simply because you think that you need the security of whatever form that security takes. Sacrificing your happiness for that security and that comfort. You don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. You never needed to do that, but you chose to do it. And so now you're here. Okay, I know I keep showing you this card. It's just, especially with this rune here, it's very, very apparent in this reading. You hear those birds? Yeah, I mean, I totally get that. I'm right there with you guys. I have a Virgo ascendant, so I mean, I understand this hesitation to move forward with things that maybe we want to do, um, because we can see all the little practical details that'll become obstacles, or we know all the potential outcomes, all the things that can go wrong. We know all the reasons why we shouldn't do what we want to do, but we need to do them anyway. Just do it. Whatever it is that you want to do, just do it. Okay? Get yourself out of this. You don't need to be here, okay? You're a capable and intelligent and, wonderful person full of creativity and full of ideas. Do something. You have the means to do it, so do it. Everything that you need, you have. Take stock. Now, another thing that I'm getting is that lately maybe you haven't been feeling very social, you've been avoiding friends or avoiding going out in social situations more than is required of you, because I mean there are certain social situations that you sort of have to be there for, but lately it seems like you've been kind of antisocial, and what I'm getting is you need to go out and talk to your friends, let them know that you're not dead, okay? Hang out with some people. I feel like it'll re-energize you. It'll help get you out of this mental state of feeling stuck and trapped, and help you realize that you have people around you that want to support you and want to help you. Stop being so cold and detached from everyone and everything all the time, and learn to see life from a warm and emotional place too. It's not always got to be up here. It's not always about the facts, okay? Try out that new perspective of emotionally engaging with life, without getting attached or dependent, of course, but I mean, Virgo knows how to do that anyway. Yeah, I think that's it. You do have the go-ahead for any new sort of career endeavor. I forgot to mention that. I feel like if it's a new position, maybe a job offer that you're kind of on the fence about, or any sort of new start in the career, you got the go-ahead. It'll do you some good for, at least for now. I'm not going to say that it's going to be perfect, la-di-da, even in the beginning, but certainly not forever, But, yeah, I'm sorry. I hope that made sense, and I hope this reading kind of helped bring you a little bit of clarity and some guidance on what's been going on. I will be offering some mid-month love and romance-focused readings this month. They should be out sometime around Valentine's Day, provided everything goes according to plan. I've got some developments in my own personal life that I'm going to try to work around to make that work. But yeah, if you're interested, stay tuned for that. And yeah, I'll see you guys next month. I'm going to end this video with a last glance at these two cards, okay? This is Naudis right here. Okay. All right, Virgo. Take care, you guys.